So the purpose of this video is to show you how you can keep your potted trees like your wisteria tree vigorous and healthy within the same size pot by simply pruning back the roots so that the roots are not root bound. The problem when you have trees or plants in containers is that they can become root bound within about 2 years. And I did actually film this footage in January earlier this year, because January to February is the best time to repot or move deciduous trees. But any time during the dormant season from late October to mid-March is also fine. And I'm trying to lever this wisteria tree out from the pot using a trowel, and it's a bit tricky. You've just got to take your time and try and slowly lever the root base out of the pot. And because it's a solid pot, I think this is a ceramic pot, or you could have a terracotta pot. It does take a bit longer than if you had a more flexible plastic pot. And as you can see, there's also lavender growing in the same pot as the wisteria tree, and that lavender self-seeded itself from the surrounding lavender plants. So I'm going to be careful not to damage that lavender, and I'll also prune back the roots slightly on that lavender as well as wisteria tree, so both plants should then grow more healthily and vigorously. He's coming actually. He's coming. How about that? Ah, there you go. Let's actually get a wisteria tree out of its pot. So now, I'm really glad about that. So it is a bit root bound at the bottom. So I'm going to trim some of those roots off and then put some new compost, and then it should grow really well next year. And I'm using a pair of secateurs here to pull these roots apart because they get really matted and wrap around the root ball. And I'm going to trim, using the secateurs, I'm going to trim about 30% off this root ball. For cutting the fine roots, you might find it easier to use just a simple pair of scissors. Now I'm using the secateurs to dig into the centre of the root ball a bit to reduce the compaction and help the drainage of the overall root ball. Now I'm soaking the root ball in water so that it can loosen and remove some of the existing compost within the root ball so that I can replenish it with new compost. Now we just need to fill our container with new compost, and I'm using John Innes number 3, which is very good compost for mature plants like this. And after we've put the wisteria tree back in, we just need to fill the sides as well with this new compost. And after you've done that, I would give it another good watering because the roots have been out of the soil for a while. I actually forgot to take that footage, but just give it a good watering with a watering can and then it should be okay. And here it is now. We're in April now, a few months later, and as you can see, it is growing really well. And it's even coming into flower, which is the first time that that's happened since I bought this wisteria about 3.5 years ago. So that's fantastic. And the lavender is growing really well as well. I've actually pruned that back really hard a few weeks ago, and that's growing well. So all in all, it's looking really good. And if you like this video, please thumbs it up and share and subscribe for a lot more videos to come. and thanks for watching.